Hey everybody, how you doing? I have a very special guest with me, Hunter Parks, and he is an insurance guru with homeowners, car insurance, and being a realtor, I'm always telling my clients you got to get the right insurance. There's so many right things you got to get, and some people think that doesn't matter, but it does matter. And I'm going to let Hunter talk about what he offers and what he can do for you. And definitely in the comments at the end of the video, I'll have his contact information on it as well. Okay, so Hunter, so how
Yeah.
you doing today?
Doing good, Lynn. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad you came and joined me today. So,
Yeah,
hey, why don't you tell the cyber world all about your insurance?
sure. Thank you for having me, Lynn. My name is Hunter Parks with Parks Insurance Advisors and Valor Insurance, and I sell property casualty insurance, which includes homeowners, auto, umbrella, boat, motorcycle, RV, all those kinds of things. And a lot of times, people will see commercials and State Farm says have the right insurance, you got to have State Farm. That's nice to hear, but at the same time, going to that carrier doesn't mean that you're going to have an agent looking after you and your things. So I'm an independent agent. So I do not work for any one carrier. I work for no carriers, actually. I just sell their product. So I always have the customer, the insured's best interest at heart. I'm never looking after a carrier saying, oh, well, this claim, I'm actually going to side with them. I'm always siding with the insured. I always have their best interests at heart. I think it's important because a lot of people don't have that, especially if they're with a captive agent or even some independent agents. But I always like to make sure that the insured is getting the best premium at the best price.
Hunter, I've heard a lot of good things about you. I know you're going to be going through my insurance to look at it because I have somebody I haven't heard from them for years.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a problem that a lot of people run into. Like I said, that same thing. They'll say, oh, yeah, have State Farm or have this kind of insurance, and sometimes their agent just doesn't get back to them. And that's one of the most important things is to have an agent who is going to get back to you and is going to say, okay, you need this, I'll have it done today or tomorrow. Just that kind of responsiveness. Because as a realtor, Lynn, you know that your
Uh,
client wants you to respond. They want to be able to talk to you when they need to get a hold of you.
right. It's just like the other day now, I just settled a house and a couple weeks ago, and this lady was calling me yesterday, and it's like, to me, you're always a client for life,
Yeah,
and for being responsive is one of the biggest things in any sales industry.
absolutely. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to have anybody, wherever they are, wherever I am, if they need to get in touch with me, they can. I had somebody yesterday who was out in California that called me at about 6:30. Said, hey, I just want to go over this before your workday ends. It was nice that they think my workday goes to 6:30. It goes till whenever somebody needs me, and that's
Correct.
just what I always want to tell everybody because like I said, you have agents that won't talk to you within days. And that's just not what you want to have, especially with insurance when you need to have everything updated. So in case there's a claim, that all that information is right and you can get that processed and it doesn't get denied.
Great. Well, Hunter, I think it's great. I look forward to working with you, folks. I am going to have his contact information, or you can always contact me directly. Hunter, thank you so
Yeah.
much for being here today.
Thank you very much, Lynn. I appreciate it. And if anybody has any questions, just let me know.
All right. And what's your number just in case they want to get a hold of you?
So I always give out my direct line, so my cell phone. So my cell phone number is 443-977-0338.
Great. Well, I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Have a great day, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.